Hi again, Mark here from Talking Bass. This week we're going to look at one final offering from the new Technique Builder course over at the Talking Bass website. The course features a set of technique lessons followed by coaching through 60 etudes just like this one that work on specific melodic movements and the technical hurdles that they present. In this etude we're looking at developing good technique through arpeggio motion. You'll need to work on your pivoting and micro shifting due to the wide stretches that are involved. As shown in the recent lesson regarding hand size and unnecessary stretching, you shouldn't have to stretch the fingers out at all. Simply make use of your technique in moving from one note to the next with full note duration. If you feel any pain, stop and reevaluate your technique, and this is something that I'd advise regardless of the line that you're playing. Enjoy! Etude 55, we have an interesting arpeggio-based line working through a chord progression of G major 7, G sharp diminished 7, A minor 7, and A flat major 7. So we begin with the G major 7 arpeggio. So we've got the root note, the major third, the perfect fifth, and the major 7th on the top. So G, B, D, and F sharp. So for the fingering here, I'm making use of the third finger for the G, second finger for the B, first finger for the D, and then the fourth finger for the F sharp on the top. So just try playing through that arpeggio first, and I'm using alternate picking in the picking hand, starting on the second finger. So that's the first arpeggio to get under the fingers. Next we have the G sharp diminished 7, which is where we're going to start having a bit more of a stretch in here. So this is very similar to the G major 7 arpeggio that we played, but we're playing a G sharp there at the 11th fret of the A string in place of the G. Then we come up the same notes, B and D. So we've not really moved the hand at all, but we've moved from the third finger there to the fourth finger on that G sharp. So that's a whole step stretch pretty much between each, or 2 frets stretch between each of the fingers. And then instead of the F sharp on the top, we're going to play an F natural at the 10th fret. So it's all consecutive minor thirds. So between the G major 7 and the G sharp diminished 7. Next we move up to A minor 7, so this is just a basic A minor 7 arpeggio, A, C, E, and then the G up on the top, fingering fourth finger, second finger, first finger, and then the fourth finger. Same finger picking pattern, starting on the second finger. And then we're going to move down to the A flat major 7. So we've got the A flat there at the 11th fret of the A string, and working up C and the E flat. And then we're retaining that G up at the top at the 12th fret of the G string. So A minor 7, and then we just go from the 4th finger at the 12th fret down to the 3rd finger at the 11th fret. Second finger stays there on that C, and we just move down to the E flat. And then we move the whole pattern down 1 fret down to the G major 7. So A flat. So let's put all of that together. I demonstrated this etude in G major because the position is actually a little bit easier in terms of the arm positioning. You don't have to get all tucked in. But if you're finding that fingering much too difficult, you can actually shift up to C and play it up here. That D minor is where it's going to be a little bit tougher. And as with all the other stretching etudes, you can move chromatically down the neck. So B, and just work your way down until you get down to keys like D, so obviously once you get down into those kind of areas, there's going to be quite a stretch. So again, make use of the thumb pivoting and the micro shifts. So as I come up on that D, F sharp, I just move the hand down to the A. But always, as I've said before, aim for full note duration. You want fluidity in the line. You don't want this or this, you know, these gaps. Each note must flow into the next. And it doesn't matter that you're moving the hand, no matter how far you're moving the hand, you still want to aim for that fluidity. And as I've mentioned before in the first module, the way that you do that is to move on the beat or on the note that's required. So if I play this really slowly, D, F sharp, I don't move the hand until I play the A. So as soon as I know that I'm going to play the A, I move. See how the move has to occur as you pick. That's how we retain that note duration there in the F sharp. That F sharp is going to hold until we take the A.